Hello and welcome to Studio 21. I'm Adam Salazar.
And I'm Madison Poljan. Let's see what's happening on campus and around San Antonio this week. Are you interested in understanding more about the conflict in Ukraine from experts in the fields of international studies, history, and political science? Then come to A Conversation on the Ukraine tonight, Tuesday, March 29th at 6 p.m. This conversation will feature professors Dr. Rosa Aloisi, Dr. Jason Johnson, Dr. Laura Turek, and Dr. Bruce Hull, as well as representative from the Ukrainian Society of San Antonio, Lilia Colston. They will discuss Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the implications for global stability, as well as ways to support the Ukrainian people. This event is today, Tuesday, March 29th at 6 p.m. in Northrop Hall, room 40.
If you're a musical lover, then you will be quite excited to hear that the Trinity University Theater Department will be showcasing the musical Company, which was originally produced and directed on Broadway by Harold Prince. The show dates will begin this Friday, April 1st, and it continues every night until next Saturday, April 9th. Admission is completely free, so there's really nothing holding you back from attending. So please come out to enjoy the show and support your fellow Trinity University peers at the Steeran Theater. For more info, you can visit at TU Mainstage on Instagram.
Partners in Health Engage is hosting their second Global Health Curriculum meeting this Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. in CSI 356. Come learn about pressing global health issues and listen to guest speaker Dr. Alfred Montoya as he discusses his ongoing research in the Mekong River Basin. Everyone is welcome to attend. I know I'll be there, and it's sure to be an informative and important lesson in global health. So swing by CSI 356 at 3:30 p.m. this Wednesday, March 30th, to attend.
Let's all show some love for the Trinity University Latino Association, TULA, this Wednesday, March 13th at 6 p.m. in the Fiesta Room. This association is bringing attention and supporting local Latinx businesses by hosting El Mercadillo, their campus marketplace. How exactly does this work, you might ask? Well, Trinity's Latin Association purchases from these businesses and donates the items to our community to boost awareness of the products these local Latinx businesses have to offer. So, don't waste any time and go ahead and sign up for a spot in some fun local goodies by scanning the QR code.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm TJ Jackson, and you're watching Hitcore. Our next act is going to blow your mind. They're funky, they're fun, and our Hitcore dancers, they love the new song that is racing up the charts, singing all the way from his latest smash album. Please give it up for Captain Kirk and the Devil Horns.
Let me tell you something. Hanging one night with the fellas, I was looking for a one-night stand. But from the moment that you looked at me, I knew there was a change of plans, yeah. Never saw a woman fine as you. Can't believe that you are real. An introduction and I knew right then that Cupid's out of shooting to kill. And I fell in love all the way, baby, all the way. I fell in love all the way. This was unexpected. My heart was in a golden shield. Don't know what's come over me, but Cupid's out here shooting to kill. And I fell in love. I fell in love. I fell in love, yeah. Like a moth to a flame, getting hot in here. Somebody come and rescue me. Your loving's got me going out of my mind. Temporary insanity. My dream girl in the flesh and bone. To give me something I can feel. I give you all I got of my free will. 'Cause Cupid's out of shooting to kill. And I fell in love
and welcome to Gossip Guru. I'm Madison.
And I'm Savannah.
Our first story this week is centered around Kanye. I'm just kidding. We actually have no new stories about Kanye this week.
Whew, I was getting a little worried there for a second.
We're actually going to be talking about pop star Demi Lovato. About a week ago, they posted on their Instagram story that they had bought ancient Egyptian artifacts from an online seller called, quote, museumsurplus.com, end quote. And I know what you're going to say. It does sound like a scam company, but no need to worry. No, the artifacts came with genuine certificates of authenticity.
Okay, so I'm starting to think they may be fake.
That would be most people's first reaction to that certificate that I could have made in 8th grade on Microsoft Paint. However, Lovato took to their Instagram story to brag about the purchase and to shout out the company.
Okay, so it seems like they just wasted some money and maybe looked a little bit silly. No big deal, right?
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing though. While this may seem like just a funny little slip up, it actually has brought up some major issue with artifacts. You know, by promoting buying ancient artifacts, Lovato risks their audience purchasing fake artifacts, but also purchasing real looted artifacts. Since the year 1835, exports of antiquities has been extremely limited to Egypt. However, due to current issues in the Middle East in the past few decades, there's been a huge rise in the amount of stolen or looted antiquities being exported.
Oh my, we're getting historical here on Gossip Guru today.
We can also get philosophical, seeing as there has already been major debate for decades over the morality of transporting antiquities at all, since it often consists of taking important artifacts from their cultures to profit off of them in other, often more imperialist countries.
Yeah, well, don't get me wrong, museums are cool and all, but the industry as a whole has a very dodgy premise.
So, all in all, Lovato posting this story isn't just a simple screw-up, but it actually reflects a major historical and political conflict that's been ongoing for quite some time.
Well, our next topic is around the 2022 Oscars, and we have a lot to cover, so it's going to be a little rapid fire. The awards show took place on Sunday, March 27th, and it is common debate about the validity of award shows to rise after the Oscars every year, and this year is no different. After the Oscars gave away 8 Oscars off air, most of which consisted of awards for technical skills, criticism arose online.
So they just gave it away privately?
Well, not technically. They were given away in the arena, but only the people in the venue saw it, with the TV stations instead airing the red carpet with only the major stars. Not only that, but the arena was only 80% full when they gave out those awards.
That's definitely a little vain.
This isn't a new issue either. The Oscars and other award shows have been accused of disregarding the behind-the-scenes aspects of filmmaking, ultimately becoming a vanity show for the celebrities and big directors. One of the most notable was Hans Zimmer, who won his first Oscar in over 30 years, and no one got to see it.
That's definitely counterintuitive for an awards show, especially given that Hans Zimmer composes such awesome scores. Ugh!
Very. It's kind of defeating the purpose of the awards. Among the winners, there were a lot of notable names, one of the biggest of which being Ariana DeBose, who won Best Supporting Actress for her role as Anita in West Side Story. DeBose is the first openly queer woman of color to win the category, and Troy Kutzer for his role in Coda. He is only the second deaf actor to ever win an Oscar.
They definitely deserve that one. And actually, did you know that the person who originally played Anita in the 1961 version also won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, which is very cool.
Very cool. People are going to fight over that role the next time they do a reboot. Some of the other notable winners include Coda for Best Picture and Jessica Chastain for Best Actress. And now our final Oscars gossip, and definitely our biggest yet. So Chris Rock was presenting at the ceremony and made a comment about Jada Pinkett Smith, and her husband Will Smith did not appreciate the joke. So guess what he did, Maddie?
Did he yell something bad?
Well, yes, he yelled a lot after he stormed onto the stage and, well, slapped Chris Rock.
No way.
Yep, and then later when he won Best Actor, he had to go up there and apologize about it.
That's insane. Honestly, though, I respect him for standing up for his wife.
Yeah, he was not going to let anyone mess up their big night, and it was definitely a night to remember in more ways than one. That's all we have this week. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Savannah.
And I'm Madison. We'll see you next week on Gossip Guru.
Today is Sunday morning. It is day 7, and I just wanted to give a skin update. As you can see, my acne is still the same. I mean, it's only day 7, so. Hi guys, I just went to the tennis match, or one of them. Trinity won, so hurrah. The weather's super nice out today. Yeah, so I'm about to head to the dining hall, and then I'm gonna eat and do some work there before I head to upper campus. But I just walked straight past the dining hall. It's right there. I literally need to force myself to eat like proper meals because I don't crave anything, and usually I'm always craving everything. So I'm walking back to the dining. That's some sweet potatoes, corn, and turkey, and then I didn't get the gravy because the gravy, because I didn't know if there was gonna be sugar in it, and then I got tomatoes and cucumbers.
Hello, my name is Ian Sunder.
And I'm Daphne Tett, and welcome to this week's release date.
First, we have Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the much-awaited sequel to 2020's Sonic the Hedgehog, which comes out April 8th and stars Idris Elba, Jim Carrey, and Ben Schwartz as the Blue Blur.
In this movie, Sonic the Hedgehog and his friend Tails have to defend the Earth again from Dr. Robotnik, who has returned with a mysterious jewel called the Chaos Emerald and a new ally named Knuckles the Echidna.
Jim Carrey is known for his over-the-top characters, so in my opinion, he's well-suited to be returning as Dr. Robotnik. I'm not too familiar with Sonic the game, the cartoon, or even the movie, seeing as how I haven't seen the preceding film either. But based on the trailer, the quirky sense of humor mixed with the spectacular visual effects is very alluring. So much so, I think it's persuaded me to watch both the films.
I am so hyped for this movie. This franchise might not have had a great start with that trailer, but I get the feeling this is going to be a real showstopper. I really love Sonic's humor, and the effects are something else. One thing that really excites me is that Tails is being voiced by Colleen O'Shaughnessy, the current voice for Tails in the video games and cartoons. As a fan of the Sonic Boom cartoon, I'm glad to hear at least one familiar voice. I can't wait to see this movie after I watch the first one, which I haven't seen yet. Next, we have Elden Ring, an action role-playing game developed by From Software and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. The game was directed by Hidetaka Miyazaki and made in collaboration with fantasy novelist George R.R. Martin, who provided material for the game's setting.
Elden Ring came out exactly 32 days ago, on February 25th, 2022, selling 12 million copies within the first 3 weeks. From Software, the developers behind the game, are known for their other highly acclaimed titles such as the Dark Souls series, Bloodborne, and the Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Most definitely adding Elden Ring to that list based on the already critical acclaim from fans and reviewers alike.
Players first choose and customize their character from a variety of classes, with each class having certain developmental classics and fighting styles. You can choose from Vagabond, Prophet, Warrior, Samurai, Hero, Prisoner, Bandit, Confessor, Astrologer, and Wretch. Each class has different starting attributes and weapons that help players build their character to fit whatever playing style they prefer, whether that be running into combat with giant swords and heavy armor, or utilizing stealth and ranged attacks.
From Software is known for challenging players to the extreme, crafting beautiful lore and enemy design whilst also making said enemies unfathomably daunting and near impossible to beat. Elden Ring is no different. You follow your character, a member of the Tarnished race, in a third-person perspective, exploring the lands between, in search of the scattered shards of the Elden Ring, also called the Great Runes. Ultimately, your goal is to defeat the last known Great Rune holders and in order to restore the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord.
Wow, that sounds exciting and combat-filled. I've seen other people play Elden Ring online and it looks amazing. The graphics are so realistic. And everything just seems... I don't know a lot about Dark Souls or Bloodborne, but this definitely looks like a game to rival them, especially with George R.R. Martin's influence. Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of the insanely difficult genre, so I'll have to skip this one.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Dark Souls and Bloodborne, but I've never gotten to play them myself. Hearing people talk about Elden Ring though, and watching people play it, has really persuaded me to try to play it myself. The imaginative and awe-inspiring enemy and boss designs in Elden Ring have really sold me on the whole idea behind those types of games. And I think pretty soon now I'll have to go grab myself my own copy of Dark Souls and Bloodborne as well. That's all we have for this week. I'm Ian.
And I'm Daphne, and we'll see you next week on release day. Now it's time for this week's performance.
Hey everybody, we're here on a very beautiful day at Brackenridge Park. I am here with a very special guest, my dad, Adam Salazar. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got into music and playing the guitar?
Yeah, I started playing alto sax in 6th grade and stayed in band all the way through middle school, through high school, marching band, and as other musicians do, we just pick up other instruments and start playing things that we like, and I ended up playing guitar for a number of years. I've played in a couple of bands and just enjoy playing.
Very cool, and can you also tell us the songs that you'll be playing for us today?
The first song I'm going to play is going to be by Jack Ingram. It's called Biloxi. Just a song that kind of, I really like the melody a lot, and I enjoy playing it.
Okay, well, take it away.
Where in hell did you go? You left us all alone, I wasn't even 18. You never turned around like some kid out on the run. Left us for fun down in Biloxi and the Gulf of Mexico. Well, I guess the girls are pretty. Nobody says it's late. And you can stay out all night long and never have hell to pay in Biloxi. When you were 41, and you forgot your problem down in Biloxi. Well, you only came around, take a rest to come down from Biloxi. But you were not the same, pretending that you cared, pretending you were there and not in Biloxi and the Gulf of Mexico. Well, I guess the girls are pretty. Nobody says it's late, and you can stay out all night long and never have hell to pay in Biloxi. When you were 41, you forgot your problem down in Biloxi. Did you really think you'd find more than you left behind back home in Houston? We all felt the loss. Well, I don't mean to bring you down, but I wonder what you found there in Biloxi. Tell me, was it worth the cost? Well, I hope the girls were pretty and nobody said it was late, and you can stay out all night long and never have hell to pay in Biloxi. When you were 41 and you forgot your problem down in Biloxi. Okay, this next song is called We Are One. I wrote it while living with Rochelle in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Hold me now, put your ego to the side. Oh, show me love. There's nothing your eyes can hide from me. Cry with me, laugh with me always. Don't allow division of our hearts. Remember those times drinking that precious wine. Remember we are one. We're one. Last night I looked up to the stars, walking mountain deep within my heart. Dream after dream, now we're here. Yes, I will hold you. Together we'll not fear. Remember those times drinking that precious wine. We are one. We are one. We are one. One, we're one. Okay, this next song, this is an original. It's a song I wrote in a time period where I was kind of dealing with my brother's death. He died at 16 in an auto accident. It's not particularly about that, but it's in that state of mind. It's called Gentle Earth. Really don't believe it, no. Petrus blunt capacity, expanding acts beyond horizons. Chemical fixes just a need, only to live another night. To hear the gentle earth calling me. Time the truth gets closer, it will be anyone's guess as to whether or not to affirm the Trinity. You can hear it in the night, the sound of gentle earth calling me. And if you think about life, isn't it bright and plain to read? Now there is something to be said about the loneliness of the mind. Entrapment is a consequence of ulterior inside. There's no reason to compromise. Don't make the mistake of cutting your rope of hope in this dismal air.